What's up, boys and girls? This is Week 8 recap for Black Hole Gaming. I am one of the hosts here and one of the owners with the other owner right here. Who am I? OP Chip, and this is no one. Literally, no one. But yes, welcome to Week 8 recaps. We're going to go into deep with this. Some games were fun, some games weren't fun, but let's get going.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I don't know, that was on the spot.
Good spot, good spot.
Yeah, it was a good spot. Oh, is that me echoing?
Maybe.
My bad. It might be.
It might be you. Yeah, it's
but,
probably you.
Anyways, let's go ahead and hit the highlights of the last season while I turn, not last season, last week, while I turn my mic down. Hello?
Forgive him, chat. Forgive him, chat.
Whatever. They're just going to deal with it.
Let me make sure they can hear you, you know? Can they hear you?
Can they hear me? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me double check real quick.
Am I good? I should be good. I can hear myself.
You can hear yourself in there?
Oh, well, hold on, let me test.
I was going to say, test it out real quick before, so I'm not just talking to a ghost.
Yeah, I can hear. Okay.
Okay, bet. Alright, sorry about that. Had to make sure real quick.
Flaxy, my G, what's up? I'm sorry, Flaxy. We're going to figure out the Xbox, PlayStation thing.
Yeah,
S-chip, though, it don't work.
It will work when I'm doing it, though.
I know it didn't work with me.
It didn't work. Don't you remember when I got on, you could hear Next whenever I was hosting?
I don't know what happened.
So I don't know. I don't know how it worked. But it's all good.
Anyway, besides the point. Let's go ahead and get into Week 8, okay? So, to start off the topic, let's just go ahead and say there were a lot of forfeits in Week 8.
Oh.
I guess the people just didn't want it, because we had a lot of games that mattered. And at the end of the day, I guess they didn't want it. Well, what more can we say? Let's go through the list of forfeits, okay?
Hang on, I'm looking right now. AOT won because Ruthless Academy disbanded.
Okay, well, we saw that coming.
We did. That was just...
I'm surprised they lasted as long as they did, because Ruthless disbanded like 3 weeks ago.
Literally. But they stayed in it, though.
They did. Nova forfeited for like the 4th week in a row. Don't know what's going on over there. They left KO, and ever since then, I don't think they played a game in anything.
Is it possible disband?
I don't know. They weren't a bad team either.
No.
Nova forfeited both of their games. They had a doubleheader this week, actually. Deity forfeited their game against 5.2. I guess they picked up a new roster, but they seem more concerned about tournament servers, which is fine. Get your quick, easy cash money, whatever floats your boat at the end of the day.
I agree.
Yeah, Sonder forfeited their second game. They played their first, and somehow they let Blam Clam get away with a free forfeit win. We'll get into that later, boys and girls. Okay? And so, really, every game was pretty bad, okay? NLG got absolutely dominated.
Handed to them.
But hey, name,
I'll be honest though, Taliban is one of those hot teams right now, alright? I'll admit it right now. Not just because they're repping BH. I think they're on the come up. They've been hot at the right time. Maybe they can keep this streak going into the playoffs,
Hey, Big Stingray in the chat. Okay. Anyways, so on top of that, YN dominated Sonder. Sonder had a little promising start when they finally got a rep and a decent team, and it seems like by week 8 they fell into the same thing of nobody's available, and they let old Frags, I'm not gonna government name him, but they let him dominate them again, 7-1. Okay, another blowout. Prime Era, they left KO. I think they went under the Era.
They did.
I'm assuming that's where Era came from. They dominated Random.
Yes, they did. Once again, I don't think that surprises me. Random has not been the team that I thought in the beginning of the season they were going to be a pretty decent team. They have not been a pretty decent team, in my opinion, this season. I'm surprised they even made the playoffs.
Well, we'll get into that too. Okay, now the one game. Okay, we got 2 things coming up, 2 important things. The one game that really I wanted casted, but for apparent reasons it didn't happen, was Ovo and Pizza with Pineapple. That was probably one of the closest games and possibly the best games we would have all season. Went 8-7 overtime, and allegedly, by reading the chat, PWP only lost because they didn't shoot at a default cam.
Huh.
Hate to see it, but as far as from
Man.
what I read, even Ovo himself said we got two kills off that default cam y'all didn't shoot. So man, you gotta hate to see it. I mean that would have put Taliban in the #1 seed. I mean, granted they still get a bye as the #2.
True,
but
true. First rule of thumb: shoot the defaults cams, man. Always shoot the default. They don't move. They stay there.
I
Like,
can't
what are
even
you
shoot a
doing?
drone that ain't moving, so I can't really say too much on it, chat. You know.
Hey, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so with this, all these forfeits and stuff, what we had in mind with the schedule, which is why we're going to point base to get rid of this next season, was
Yes.
the games weren't supposed to be this many ties. But to be honest, we didn't see all these forfeits coming the last week. I thought Nova was going to win both their games and not forfeit them, and I thought
Yes.
Sonder was actually going to squeeze by in the playoffs. But
Me
it
as well.
actually gave Oasis the seed. But we had a little complication. We had a team, a very hit or miss team. Some people like them, some people hate them. Probably more hate them than like them. The one and only, got to shout out my boy Johnson Blam. He's pretty cool. But the one and only Blam Clan, whatever Blam stands for. I still
Blam,
need to ask
blam.
that, because there's got to be a reason it's in all caps.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There was 3 4-4s in each division. And the way we kind of did it was based off, like, Nova didn't get the seat because they forfeited, like, their last 3 or 4 games, and I've seen them forfeit, like, their last 2 or 3 games in other leagues as well.
And we don't
So
want
I'm
to see a
assuming-
team forfeit in the playoffs. That's just boring at
It's
that
probably
point.
going to happen, but I'm assuming, like, I haven't heard much from them to begin with. Deity's been the same since the new roster. We will see. So that's why kind of Random got it over Nova, just because Random at least played their games. The whole thing with AOT, NLG, and Blam, it's like, no, you can't hold it against Blam for people forfeiting them, but it's like, at the end of the day, they barely lost against arguably the worst team in the league, or barely won.
Hey. Blood Ravens went 3-5 this season. Okay.
How many of those are forfeit wins?
It doesn't matter. They went 3-5.
Okay. Well, I can't say that because Blam went, 4-4 and had
4-4 and had
wins.
3 forfeits.
And their one win was Blood Ravens.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was kind of, AOT lost to the best teams in the league. NLG, I honestly forgot they were 4-4. I was like, we could have made the little tiebreaker match in the blue division. Blam, NLG might have been a little better because AOT beat the shit out of Blam Clan.
Understatement. Understatement. A quick
first of
7-0
all-
match.
Yeah, so first of all,
Not
we started
quick,
with that,
actually.
the tiebreakers, how didn't we make it? Tried to explain that it was nothing but forfeits. Like, y'all only won all forfeits. AOT won their games by winning. And stuff like that. Well, okay. We get the game started. We got some hand cam accusations. Prove it wrong. They blame them for time torching when they are the ones that wanted the hand cams. Funny shit, right? At the end of the day, they did all that and got 7-0. Because some dude apparently had the wrong port and his port in plugged in, if you know what I'm saying.
Couldn't find the right hole. We've all
Couldn't
been
find the
there.
right hole, whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, it is what it is sometimes.
Yep.
You can't,
But
you gotta hate to see it. But,
it was a very quick 7-0 other than all the time and stuff. And Epvi really showed his way and went 10-1 in that game. He kind of led in that with the kills.
I'll kind of say, I'm honestly glad that it got scheduled that day because I knew it was going to be a waste of time. I think 90% of the people involved knew it was a waste of time.
Yeah.
It was just people complaining because an enemy of theirs is in the playoffs and they're not. Type of thing, I'm pretty sure.
I'm glad it happened whenever, at least someone that could host it was off. That was another thing, so everyone else could see what happened and what occurred, and that we're not trying to bullshit anything. We're just trying to get the best teams in the playoffs, as you can see.
Now, I will say, coming from... Oh, that F2 game... Oh, no, that was week 7.
No, it was week 7.
Yeah, I will say, though, out of week 8, Pizza with a Pineapple, they did state their name.
Yes, they did. I agree.
Number 1 seed in blue. I will say that's the only really standout team we have from week 8 to go into it, except Prime. I will say Prime here lately has been looking a good bit better. I'll give them theirs. Flaxy can't be here because of the whole Discord, can't hear, but he wanted to say some pieces, so
It might be
We'll give
better
him
if
his
he's not
time to
here, to be
shine.
honest with you right now. You know,
Hey,
after
he's in chat. He's loyal.
I know he's loyal. I love him, right? He's fantastic. But after seeing that him in the chat with the Blam and AOT, there's no telling what he would say.
No, but no, I like Prime does look like they're getting better. Got a little rumor I've heard on them, but not my business to spill. But you know, hopefully they work it out.
Rumors be good.
YN, I mean YN's been a good little team. Cassandra, look, I don't know what happened. I mean, just bam.
YN is one of the better teams in the league still of right now, though, and in other leagues.
As far as like week 8 goes, I mean Taliban stayed their dominance. I mean, I will say like as far as consistency goes, Taliban is probably one of the only teams that I've seen in a few leagues. I'm not saying they're the only, one of the only, that every player gets kills.
I agree.
Like
I
see a lot of teams where it's one hard carry to. No offense to some of these teams, but sometimes you got players with 20-something kills in here. It's like I've seen Taliban, man, they got like 10,
5, 8. And then that one game where the guy got 22 kills, but everyone else still had 8, 9 kills.
Yeah, like right here this week, it was a 7-0, but still 9, 7, 8,
yep.
8, and then 2 and 1. It's like we can go back to week 7. What do we got on week 7? This probably be the week that.
There's a forfeit or something. Or yeah.
Yeah, look, week 7, 8, 10, 7, 7, 6. I mean, they're just consistent as a team. Week 6, 9, 9, 5, 5, 6. I mean, you're not seeing anybody really outshine many people.
We agree. YN did get 20 on one of us, but we're not talking. But YN is improving the point of being the whole team consistent. Sorry, Flaxy was in there talking.
No. Tactics is nasty. Yeah,
I agree.
Tactics on YN is nasty, bro.
Absolute crazy.
And I hear he's a great IGL. YN's definitely on the come up.
Oh, definitely.
All right, so let's get into a little bit of the playoff week ahead of us. Okay, so let's get in. First of all, let's get into the bracket. Let me pull it up real quick.
We're going bracket first.
Our top 4 seeds, top 2 from each division, get a bye. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So the number 1 seed in red is obviously 5.2, led by the King Stretchy.
Absolute monster of a team, in my opinion. One of my favorites, I think, could go all the way.
I will say, hot take, I do think watching them and knowing they're ranked warriors, I think a good strat team can beat them.
Okay.
See, I would talk to Stretch himself, and and he says they just want to do rank stuff. Like they don't even really take strats or nothing. You know, a hot take.
Gotcha.
They're gonna be tough because they got top 10s.
Oh yeah, they're a hell of a team, man.
The number 2 seed in red that's getting a bye is YN. I think they fought hard and deserved it. They've come a long way since the start. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I do agree.
And then, number 1 seed for blue, OVO. The old winners of last, the old deity, rebranded and still
absolute monsters.
Monsters. I think their one loss was to deity. And
it was to deity. Yep. I just don't think they're going to go. I think they're going to lose the second round. I don't think they're going to make it past the second round. I do think Oasis is going to win, and Oasis is going to move on past OVO, in my opinion.
Okay. Yep. Good. That's interesting. We'll get into that. The number 4 seed on a bye, the 2nd seed in blue division is Taliban. I think they fought hard to earn that. Not going to glaze them much anymore. I think all these teams fought hard to earn it. But I think the 2 standouts at the time, because Taliban was new and YN were new, I think they were pretty standouts. Especially seeing that, YN was definitely YN. They were a little iffier in the beginning. Like, they were winning, but they were closer than.
They were very close. But then they started slowly just getting those 7-1, 7-2s.
Swinging everything, though.
Yeah.
All right, now the playoff round 1, week 1 matchups are as continues right here. We got bracket 1 bracket is AOT versus F2 Revoke. That, from what I understand, Effie and Stingray are pretty good friends.
Yep.
If AOT plays how they normally play and not how they've been playing lately, I think it has potential to be a great game. But if they do what they did last time against F2, they're going to get smacked up.
That's what I was going to ask you. Last time they played them, it wasn't very good. So what do you think is going to come from this one?
I think if FE can control them, I think they can adjust. Especially, it's a best of 3.
True.
So I think they can play one game, have some time to adjust. I'm hoping. I don't want to see AOT get blown out. And it's not just because they rep BH. Like Effie's a pretty chill guy. But
I agree.
Stingray, I've ran into him a few times. He's actually been nothing but chill. I'll give him that too. And F2, has some of our boys. I think is Logi on F2. I know Salami is.
Salami's on F2. He's been quiet though. I haven't seen him lately, but I know he's on
Yeah,
there.
he's been living. He's been doing big things.
Oh yeah,
Honestly.
working. He got a
He got
girl,
that.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
he
now.
got that 1,000 Snapchat streak. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think ours got like
Okay.
830 right now.
Ooh, so our second game of week 1, we got Prime Era versus Random. Of course, we saw how this ended last in week 8, a 7-1.
Yo.
Again, Random's top frag will not be playing. This match will be played tomorrow, and
Again?
Elixir will not be playing. So we can only expect to see yet another 7-1.
Do you think it's going to go into game 3?
Nope. I won't even give them the benefit of the doubt.
How many rounds do you think they're going to win? Both games.
Altogether, I'll give them 4 or 5.
Oh.
I think Prime might start trolling around, like just oh, this is easy, and that's where teams kind of get smacked in the face a little bit, like pow.
Oh, Flaxy just said a 14-0 won't be close.
Yeah, all right, we'll see, Flaxy. We'll see. Keep that energy up, big dog. All right, but enough about that one because I don't think there's nothing there. Right here is the game that could go. I
Either
talked
way.
to Twin. Twin seems confident. But we got NLG, No Limit Gang, versus Pizza with Pineapple.
I'll be honest. I love Twin. I don't think NLG has it though. I don't think so.
I'll speak my piece like I've spoken before. If they play like they came to play, I think Pizza solos. Because they're 2-time free. He's a free tournament warrior. Shout out my boy. Pretty chill guy. Tranny. I don't know what he goes by. Don't demonetize me for that. But oh hey, what's up, my Canadian in the chat. Anyway, PWP I think should, if they're on there, they should. But NLG got a new IGL. Really.
Who's the new IGL?
Lotus Blackout.
Oh really?
And they seem like they've been really building chemistry here lately. They've been playing like ranked every day from what I've seen. So
that's true.
I'm not gonna count them out.
And they have changed their schedule around, or they have changed the roster around quite a bit.
That's why I said a lot of their issue was just over swinging.
Yeah.
We don't really know how they look because they would constantly swing. The last game they played against Taliban, they were just getting intel'd out. They were not denying intel. So if they can fix those issues, this could be a third map game.
I'll be honest. I don't see it. I think it's going to be a 2-game.
Well, being a manager at NLG, I gotta hope for the best.
I know.
I can't wish Mac too much doubt, even though I think PWP might take it. But if NLG does get their swinging under control, I think we have a decent game.
I hope so. I do hope so.
All right, now coming from nowhere, we got Double OG Oasis. Because who doesn't love Oasis? Let's be honest.
Amen to that one.
They're definitely weird. Definitely some strange fellers, but they're my type of strange.
Weird people are good people.
Yep. We got Oasis versus the one and only Deity. Now, personally, I think Deity's gonna forfeit. That's just
really?
Personal. Because they forfeited like the last 2 or 3. I don't know what happened to them last week with 5.2 because that was set up to be a pretty good game. And so we'll see, but I think Oasis got something to prove. They've come in, they kind of get slept on because Double O has some pretty solid teams. Revoked Order, yada yada, whoever else. I'm not sure if Insomniacs is Double O.
I'm not sure either. I do know though.
Hate'll correct me in chat. And but anyway, so that has potential. Like Deity has tournament warriors, so I don't know if they know strats that well, but they are gunners.
They're great
But if they forfeit,
team.
that puts Oasis against Ovo.
Yeah, that's
They're
it
gonna
for
have
them.
I love you, hate. But come on now, you're gonna have to lock in if you beat Deity.
I'll be honest though. Like I said, I do think Oasis is going to move on and they're going to beat Ovo. I said it in the beginning. They're going to do it.
All right. Insomnia is OOG. Insomniacs. Okay. So let's make a little makeshift bracket for fun. Okay. I'll start. All right. So out of the spirit, I got F2 beating AOT. From what I've seen in the previous games, F2 has really seemed to step up. I think they actually just 7-5 Taliban, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they move up.
I agree with
Okay.
that.
And then I think Prime beats Random. No brainer.
I agree with that
Okay.
one.
So we got 5.2 versus F2. This is going to be a tough one. I think King Stretch pulls it out in the end.
I
think it's
also
gonna be a
think
close
Stretch is
game.
going to win it.
I think we're going 3 maps. I think it's going to be a close game. I think 5.2 usually goes 3 maps with a lot of teams. Okay, then we got Prime versus Taliban. Sorry, Flaxy, but I mean Taliban's just a unit right now.
I think Taliban might fall.
Okay, we got a little disagreement.
I think Taliban might fall at that one. I'll be honest with you.
If Flaxy starts, Taliban's winning. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
That's true. Flaxy just needs to stay away from it. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
Flaxy just needs to step away.
I got 5.2 versus Taliban in the top bracket,
Okay.
and I think this is a tough one because I've watched several of both games, but I've heard the comms and stuff. Like I haven't seen a personal stream. Toxic is nasty with it. He's a great IGL. Like when Taliban starts acting up, I've seen him pull him back from 4-6s and stuff like nothing. They just had one tonight.
They did.
Pulled him back from a 4-6. Yep, they all had 11 kills.
I mean, I agree. I think Taliban is a great team. I think they have the IGL do it. They got the leader. They got the team. As we talked about, they've been great this whole season, but I think that's where it ends. I think they're great this whole regular season, but I think all the mix and all the tension and stuff going into the playoffs and the stress and all that is too much. I don't think they're going to pull it off. I think Prime's going to get hot and they're going to stay hot until they play 5.2 and that's going to be it.
Okay. I think it's gonna be close. Like I really don't know who to go for on the 5.2 Taliban. I really don't. I think strat wise, I think Taliban would take it. But I think Taliban wants to prove it more because 5.2's done their time. They're playing 1,000 games a season and ranked easily.
Literally.
I think Taliban wants to make that name, and that's where I think just that bloodlust is gonna give him the edge over 5.2.
Like I said, I hope Taliban does good. They're repping BH. I love their team. I mean, I do. Great team. Awesome team. I don't think they're making it past second round. I think they're going to drop. I hope not, and I hope.
5.2.
I got Prime at 5.2.
I really know winning that game.
Oh yeah, 5.2 is going to take it. All right. I just think Prime's going to get. I just think Prime's going to get hot at the right time until they face 5.2, and that they're going to get in their heads, and that's going to be it. I mean, that's what I think. But there is, if Taliban does win and Taliban does play 5.2, I think that's going to be a 3-match game, and I think it's going to come down to the last round, possibly a default cam.
I think it comes out of passion. That's why I think Taliban they want to make that name. Like they're pretty passionate. 5.2, like I said, they kind of chilling. They've done their wins, won, been the name, been around.
Yeah.
But that's what I got is Taliban in the finals for bracket 1. Bracket 2, I got PWP taking NLG.
Me too.
I don't know what NLG we're gonna get, so I can't comment. I don't even know who's starting, and that's NLG is. It's gonna depend on who can play the game.
I agree. So, I like NLG. I love Mac. I mean, I love you. You're one of you're one of the reps. I love, I've played with them a few times. I love all the guys. I just don't. I've played with them. They're not. They play ranked and they play the game as if it's ranked. You can't play it as it is in ranked.
Well, if you're 5.2, you can.
Well, 5.2 is a different breed. They play more games in one season than I've played in the past 7 seasons.
True. Okay, but yeah, I got PWP over YN, or PWP over NLG. Then I got Oasis over Deity. Just personally, I think Deity's not going to show. I mean, Frags is trying to keep him in there. He did the bans for him, but we ain't heard nothing else from the actual schedule people. So then we got YN and PWP. I, I'm gonna go YN. I think they're tired of losing finals. These guys have taken to finals in 3 or 4 different leagues, and they've
Yep.
choked. I
And
think
they've
they're
choked
tired.
every time. I think they're ready to get a paycheck. I mean, I think they're ready to get paid. I think they're going to win this
I think they're
round.
tired of losing.
They're
I think
tired.
this might be the one. I don't
I'm
know
not
about
saying
them
they're going to
winning,
win at all, but I think
but
they're
I don't
going to
think
win
they're
this
gonna go out
game.
round 2. And
Nah,
then we got Oasis and Ovo.
I've already
Hate,
said
I
it.
love you. I love you, Hate. You my Canadian from another whatever.
Ha.
But come on now, these guys are OG. I mean, granted, some stuff I've heard behind the scenes, y'all might can have some kind of advantage. Because if they play subs like they have in a game or two, y'all can beat them. But if they have their starting 5, get out of here.
Oh,
Get out
no,
of here.
no, 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 no. I do think Ovo has a great team. I think their starting 5 is fantastic. I think it's going to be great. I got faith. I got faith, though. All right, I got faith in Oasis. Like I said, I think they're going to push through. They're going to beat Diddy, however, by forfeit or by the game. But when it comes to get round 2, hey, I believe in Hate. I think he's going to win it. I think it's going to be a go-to round or close 1-3, and I think they are going to pull it off.
Oh, hold
Even
on.
if,
Talking about chat. Flex in
even
here
if
talking that
I
smack.
know he is, even if Ovo hits their top 5, has their top 5 players, Oasis is going to take it. They're going to get in their head. After the first one that they have, Oasis is going to take it.
Have you seen them Unks playing lately, though? Them Unks been losing
I
games they
have.
shouldn't be losing.
I
They've been
agree.
dropping 15 while the rest of the team dropping 5.
You got to have faith. If Hayes dropping 15, they're in the playoffs for a reason. They got hot at the right time, but they slowed down at the wrong time. Maybe it's time for them to all pull it together now. They can do it. If they wouldn't be here, they couldn't do it.
I don't think Ovo is going to do it without Galgio and Lalo, though. I mean, because we saw, I think, the F2 game. I think they pulled it off in the end. But
Yep.
Sky and who was it?
Let me see.
Sky and somebody else, like, that was like 2 weeks ago. You ain't got to go back that far. Sky and somebody else, like, soloed that game. I don't know if it was Galgio or not. I don't think it was, because I think him, Lectic, and Lalo were not playing that game. But, yeah, no, so I would like to see Oasis win. I love Ovo, really chill dudes. I don't want to see y'all win it twice in a row.
That's what I'm saying. All right, I gotta go for the underdog on this one, so I'm gonna keep going for
But
the
judging
underdog.
by some insider intel I got, I think Oasis might have the head game. If you get your shit straight.
Facts.
Okay? So, here we go. Now, we got YN versus, I'm still 50-50 on this, but I'll give it to Oasis. I'm still 50-50.
I got
But
YN.
YN versus Oasis. I like
It's
my
YN's
Canadian
time.
and I like my frags. This is a tough one. This one kind of hurts. This one will be like choosing Effie over Toxic. This one kind of hurts. I don't know. I gotta give it to YN at the end of the day because them boys is hungry.
Yeah, they are. I got YN going far. I ain't got them winning it, but I got them going far.
Yeah, I got YN over Oasis, and then I got the finals. That's Taliban versus Oasis.
Okay.
And I've seen Taliban beat. No, Taliban and YN. No.
Yeah, I was supposed to say no Oasis.
Yeah, I swapped.
No. YN.
I think it's gonna go to map 3, but I think YN will take it. Okay, then I got a best of 5. Taliban versus YN. I've seen them do best of 2s. I think Taliban's won every game against YN as far as scrimmage wise. They've been close. I don't have either one here to correct me, but I think it goes 5 maps. Or
Really?
the games I've seen, they were pretty close.
Okay. See, I'm still in between. Like I said, I don't know if YN's going. I don't know if Taliban. I think YN's going to make it to the finals. I don't know if Taliban's going to make it to the finals. I got either 5.2 or Prime? What? No, I don't. I got 5.2. What am I kidding? Prime's ain't going. Prime's going to beat Taliban and fall off. I got 5.2 on YN, and I think 5.2 is going to win. I think their time is still now. I think they're still the best team in the league. I think Stretch is going to do what he has to do, and I don't think anyone's going to stop him this season.
Okay. I still don't know who I got with it. I give it to Taliban. I don't know. YN wants that win. That might be what feels it. I honestly don't know.
I love YN. I love their players. I love their rep. I love what they go for. I love what they do. But 5.2 is the team. I said it when they joined that they were going to be the team to beat, and they're still the team to beat, and no one's going to beat them. They've only lost one game this season.
It's going to be tough to beat them. You know who beat them? OVO.
OVO. But I don't think OVO's going to make it. They're going to fall.
We won't know, but we'll see. I mean, like I said, I think if it comes down to Taliban and YN, Toxic is a great IGL. I heard Tactics is really good too, but every game I've seen of YN, Tactics is soloing. A lot on Prime.
22.
Keeps bringing that up.
Oh, it was 20 or 22?
I know in other league games he's dropped like 17, 18. It is like, Toxic knows, think he's got the one up knowing how he's going to play and bring his players. And they've scrimmed. So it's really going to come down to who remembered what. Because YN does like to swing, and Taliban is really good at punishing.
Yes, they are.
They're patient, they're methodical. And like I said, every one of them, I've seen every single player on that team frag.
Yeah. That is true.
I haven't seen but 2 or 3 people frag on YN.
That is true. It's going to be it's going to be a close one either way. They got some solid players.
I mean, if it comes down to YN and Taliban, both IGLs are top frag. I've seen them several times. So it's going to be an IGL battle.
If your map plays out and your bracket plays out, I think Taliban's going to win it.
We'll see.
And
if yours comes out, I think 5.2 is just going to out. I think it's going to come down because YN is still young.
Yep.
I don't think they fully understand the swinging thing yet. So if it comes down to 5.2 YN, I think 5.2 is going to win, just off of clearly having better gunplay.
Honestly, if we're coming down to it, either 5.2 or Taliban's going to win at the end of the day. If we're really looking at it.
Hey, Hunk might take it off.
Hey, they might. All right, but let's look at the divisions. All right, clearly one division might be a little better than the other division. All right.
We're gonna work on that next season. Okay.
I'm just saying, just from what we're saying, one division might be a little bit better.
Just a wee bit.
The only thing about Blue Division that might bring them down a little bit is they got Blood Ravens. Whoopsie.
Whoopsie. But anyways, we'll wrap it up there. It's been a long segment. A little bit longer than anticipated at 34 minutes.
That's not bad. It could be worse.
Yeah, please feel free to leave a subscribe and a like.
Oh, please subscribe.
And follow on Twitch. $100 giveaway at 100 followers, and we are at 94.
We are so close. It's going to be someone random. It will come to you right when we hit 100. Someone at random will get $100.
Yeah, somebody in the league will get $100. Support the league you're playing in. Come on, it's not that hard.
Hey, the more support we get, the higher the price money is, and the more rewards will come out. More and more and more.
Easy. Don't be throwing finances out like that. $100. That's 10 Big Macs.
Hey,
that's
man,
10 Big Macs.
Big Macs went down, actually. You can get 11.
Think of how much sweet tea that is, Unc. Come on, hey, think of all that sweet tea you can get.
He's from Canada. That man doesn't drink sweet tea.
Have you seen him?
That's true. Big man.
He looks like dipping sweet tea.
Big Mac. Sorry.
But anyways. See?
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to wrap it up there, folks.
All right, boys. Y'all have a good night.
We'll see you after playoff week 1.
Yes. Can't wait. We love you guys. Adios. Have a good night.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Toodles.